G'day guys, this is Powerslide and this is TZ Motors, a great car and motorcycle dealership in Budapest. So if you're looking for one of those used, please check out the dealership. I linked it down in the description, so make sure you head there and check it out.
G'day guys, this is Powerslide. We are finally back this summer. We had an awesome summer break, but you guys missed us, so yeah. Today I'm gonna show you the main differences between the Subaru BRZ and the Toyota GT86, because it's pretty much the same car, but surprisingly there are plenty of differences. So this car obviously gonna be bought by a car guy, and yeah, first of all, before you choose between the Toyota and the Subaru, you need to know about the handling. So this car is much more neutrally set up than the Toyota. The Toyota is really tail happy and oversteery, whereas this car is really stable in the high-speed corners and less aggressive, putting the back end out, but you can do it with this as well. But why is that? Well, the Subaru has a much firmer front suspension, and at the back it's much softer. In the racing world, if a car has a soft rear suspension, that usually means that you can put the power down to the tarmac on the exit corners much smoother, and on a track day where this car probably will end up, it's pretty handful. So another difference I realized is the directness of the Subaru steering wheel is a little bit more direct than the Toyota, and also a lot more heavier, the steering. So if you like heavy steerings, go with the Subaru. A little bit of a cutout behind the scenes in the video, so I'm making the GoPro footage, as you can see for you guys in the video, and this car has an Akrapovic exhaust, and it has a open and a close function. So now we're gonna hear the difference. If Mauro can come to the back, we're gonna check it out. Pretty good. Now here comes the part where I talk about the optical differences between the Toyota and the Subaru. So if you're all about performance, then skip this part. So the most useless part to mention probably is the differences between the mirror. So the Subaru has a normal mirror, whilst the Toyota has a old school style mirror. Now, a tiny little bit more important difference is between the steering wheels. So, because you're going to be looking at it quite a bit when you're driving, obviously. So, the main differences between the Toyota steering wheel and the Subaru steering wheel is the next. So, the Toyota steering wheel has this optional leather here, and also the GT86 logo inserted to the place where the logo should be, whereas the Subaru steering wheel has the normal logo with a normal sporty steering wheel, and I prefer this one because the Toyota one looks a bit aftermarket and plasticky. So there are other changes optically on the exterior of the Toyota and the Subaru. The Subaru has a more restrained, less edgy, less sporty exterior design at the front bumper, whereas the Toyota has a more sportier one and it's much more aggressive. Now we have these things here in the bonnet, and we were thinking about if I was sitting on it, my ass cheeks would have pushed it in, so it looks a bit like that, but it's cool. Other difference in the interior is the dashboard. So the Subaru has this fake aluminium insert to the dashboard, whereas the Toyota has the fake carbon fiber one. Well, both of them is pretty cheap and plasticky, but if you like a more elegant design in the interior, go with the Subaru. If you like the Toyota one with the fake carbon, go with the Toyota. So the Subaru has its daytime running lights closer to the fog lamp here, whereas the Toyota have it in the actual headlamp, so that's a difference. We finished the comparison to the Toyota. Now let's get into the top 5 things about the Subaru. So this Subaru is from 2012 and it has 70,000 kilometers in the clock, but it's still as fresh as it was new. So let's check it out. Why? Let's check out the engine first. So let me open it up.
Three hours later.
This is a 2-liter boxer engine, and so the boxer engine is going sideways, so the cylinders are going sideways, so that means that the center of gravity is much lower for the sporty driving experience. Of course, this has 200 horsepower, not so much, but it's okay, and also it can do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 7.6 seconds, so it's pretty okay, I should say. Now I love what this car represents, the rear-wheel drive, front-engine little sports car, and if you pull up alongside this car, you will know that there will be a car guy sitting inside it who will be loving this car. So pretty much all of the Subaru RBZs and Toyota GT86s have manual gearboxes. However, this car has a 6-speed automatic, which is a pretty rare option, I should say, these days on the used market. It has a brilliant flappy paddle gearbox. It's 6-speed, it's a bit old, it's a bit jerky for these days, but it means that you don't have to do a bit of a leg workout pushing the clutch in and out in the city each day, so it's pretty handy sometimes. For me, the biggest plus side in the Subaru RBZ is the price. So this specific car on the used market is 15,000 euros, which is, well, a bargain for such a fun car, isn't it? So yeah, if you want to buy this car, you can. Link down in the description. So I was not able to find so many bad things about this car because it's so cool, but here's a few.
27 hearts beat!
So the infotainment is unfortunately a piece of crap. Another downside is that if you would have the stock wheel on this car, then the wheel spacing would be a bit too big vertically and horizontally as well, but you can solve it with a bigger wheel basically, so it's not a problem. So that was your lot you need to know about the Subaru BRZ. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell to be alerted when we make an upload. And now for finally, let's hear these Akrapovics one more time. Let's go. Blah 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 blah.